first guest is a very funny and talented man who will soon have his own television program entitled The COlbert Report. It premieres October 17th, ladies and gentlemen, on Comedy Central. Here's Stephen Colbert. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Tell me, as soon as you take your complimentary beverage there.
This could take a while.
Tell me about...
Oh, it's such a long wait back there.
Yeah.
I came down to watch the Grinder Girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're disappointing.
Believe me, we're all disappointed.
That is nothing not to like.
Tell us about yourself, your background, your hometown, your hopes, your dreams.
I am from, I grew up on a little dirt road in South Carolina, actually, in outside Charleston, South Carolina. One of 11 brothers and sisters.
Oh, my goodness, 11 brothers and sisters.
Jimmy, Eddie, Mary, Billy, Margot, Tommy, Jay, Lulu, Paul, Peter, and Stephen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
I hope that applause is for my mom.
And were you the last of
I'm
the
the
kids?
baby, yeah.
Oh, my God. Now, what was that experience like, for heaven's sakes?
Well, you know, it seems... I mean, every family seems normal to the people who are in it. But, I mean, my experience with it is... my mom had a little trouble remembering the names at times. You know, you'd be doing something that you weren't supposed to do, and she would go, Jimmy, Eddie, Mary, number 11. You know.
Good enough.
Yeah, she knew I was a prime number.
And how do your brothers and sisters regard you still as the baby?
Well, yeah, I don't think I'll ever not be the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they still think of me as being 10. You know? They're like, he's driving now. Did you notice that Stephen is shaving? They're like, well, yeah, I'm married and I have 3 children. And they're like, he's so precocious. Would you like some candy?
Now, earlier this summer you took a pretty impressive sailing trip. You left from...
oh, yeah, my hometown, Charleston, South Carolina.
Are you a sailor?
No, I'm not a sailor.
Well, how would a thing like that happen, for heaven's sakes?
It took a week to get there, and my wife said I could go. And my rule is, your wife says you can go away for a week, you go.
Whatever.
Even if it's life-threatening.
How large was the ship?
It was a 45-foot boat.
All right.
It was a double-masted wishbone ketch, Dave. I don't know what that means, but they kept on telling me if anybody asks, it's a double-masted wishbone catch. Yeah.
And other than get in the way, since you don't sail, what did you do on the boat?
Well, I was integral to the trip. I was the chaplain.
Chaplain, yeah.
And I was the cook, and I was the morale officer. And those all came together during grace. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you have trouble with seasickness?
No. We found the rum pretty early. It was supposed to be a dry cruise, you know, but everybody, you know, thought of their locker as the exception.
And it was actually a race from Charleston.
Oh, absolutely, very serious. Charleston, South Carolina to Bermuda, over 1,000 miles of open ocean
yeah.
through the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Any trouble?
We lost our power, our communication. We lost our toilets. We lost our sails at one point, and it was a wonderful experience. Yeah.
And where did you come in the race?
Dead last.
Dead last.
Yeah. But as I said, we thank you.
But it's really the doing of it that's the significant part, the accomplishment.
It's spending time with your buddies, you know.
And would you consider doing it again?
Oh, sure. I wouldn't, it took 7 days. I wouldn't do 8 days, you know, next time. I mean, I think we reached the limit of like just how close we could get. You know, when you lose your toilets on day 2 and you have 5 more days together, that's crusty seamanship.
And but then the great thing is once you get to Bermuda, well then.
Oh yeah, you get there at 10:30 on Saturday night and you leave at 11 a.m. on Sunday morning because you thought you were getting there Wednesday.
I see.
One more day, and I think we would have gone cannibal.
How many boats in the race?
20, I think.
Dead last out of 20.
Dead last out of 20, yeah. The lead boat. The lead boat beat us by 4 days.
Well, yeah.
But I got great footage of me at sea in the full gear, and I brought it home to my wife, and she's like, "You're so manly, you know? Look what Daddy did."
Something to show your older brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say happy birthday to my brother Jim?
Sure.
Okay, he's my eldest brother, and he's 95. And they're letting him stay up tonight, and they gave him pudding or something like that.
That's very nice.
Happy birthday, Jim. Go to bed.
Jim. Take care of yourself, buddy.
It was actually last night.
And you know a friend of ours, Amy Sedaris.
Oh, yeah. I know Amy very well. I've known Amy since before she had imaginary boyfriends. Yeah.
Whenever she's on the show, she talks about, I think it's Ricky.
Ricky, her imaginary boyfriend. I knew her when she had flesh and blood boyfriends. But I really think imaginary boyfriends are a better fit. You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
They get her, you know? It's a meeting of the minds.
And can you give us a different perspective on the woman? I find her fascinating.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people from the outside, you know, you think she might be wired a little differently or something like that. But those of us who know and love her are very worried.
Concerned, yeah. I
can
understand.
Concerned,
I can understand
so
that.
beautiful. She's so beautiful,
lovely,
though.
Yeah.
So much beauty on such a tiny skull. Look, a little coconut head.
Yeah.
She'd look good carved in a gift shop. Don't you think?
But very energetic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. She, you know, in her next life, she should come back as a monkey. Yeah.
Energetic in a way that perhaps should be controlled.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah.
And let's talk about your show for a second. It begins in October 17th.
Oh, we're calling it COlbert.
October.
Actually,
I see. Oh, perfect.
Thank you very much.
And the type of thing you'll be doing on the show?
Changing the world. You know,
wow.
If that's what evidently I'm being asked to. The people are clamoring for
world change.
For me, I've been on the Daily Show for years, but
how long do you think it'll take you to change the world there?
I think we have an 8-week initial commitment.
2 months ought to do it.
Yeah, by Christmas.
I think so. The Colbert Report debuts October 17th, Comedy Central. Great pleasure meeting you, StePhen.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. We'll be right back with Heloise, everybody. Thank you, StePhen.
That man.
Try it.
Yeah, I will try it. Now, you've come to us tonight with a little stupid human trick, I'm told.
Yeah, I've actually had this skill since I was young, and I've never done it on TV. I've always wanted to come on your show and do it. Okay, this is
Well, what is it going to be now?
Oh, it's a trick I do with my ear. I fold my ear inside out.
Right.
Which is not the trick.
Right.
And then the trick comes after that. Okay. The trick is a result of an operation I had when I was younger.
What was the operation?
Oh, I had something wrong with inside my ear, and so they scooped it all out with a melon baller. Yeah. This is just a prop. Doesn't work at all.
So there's parts missing?
It's all gone. Nothing in here.
Really?
Hello. Absolutely. So watch it. This is the...
Okay, here we go.
Should I do it now?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. This is not the trick.
Not the trick.
This is not the trick.
Let's see that monkey head do that.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And remember, books are the friends of toys. Well, I hope you have a lovely holiday season.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
And I hope everything is good at home, despite what you're telling us.
It's fantastic.
And continued success with your show.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, StePhen. Nice to see you again. StePhen Colbert, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you. Look, we're dressed similarly. How about
Are we?
that? That's exciting, isn't it?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it is good. You ever do this trick to give you the nice shoulders?
Oh, I didn't know that trick.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
You'll learn it eventually.
How are you? How's your family?
They're doing great.
Good.
They're
Good.
great. I got a wife, got 3 kids.
Right.
I like the kids. I like my wife too, but the kids are disease carriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What age are they?
10, 8, and 4.
Yeah.
And we're just, we're on the big family vacation, started Friday. 15-hour drive from here to South Carolina, where I'm from.
Ooh, boy.
We get all the kids in the car, loaded up, the dog in the way back. We got the rocket box on top with, we threaten the kids to put them in the rocket box if they're quiet. And 1 hour away from home, my youngest starts throwing up.
Oh, no. Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
That's parenthood.
Yeah.
Right there.
Exactly.
Before you get married, you think that being married is making love on a mountaintop in a thunderstorm. It's passion.
Yeah.
But then you find out it's your son throwing up on you for 15 hours.
And then, of course, it kind of works its way through the family. Is that how it goes?
I'm the last to go. It's gone my wife, then it went through Madeline, then Peter, and then John. And I could pop at any minute.
How long?
I'm feeling a little flirpy. You got a trash can or something back there?
We don't. And
don't?
I'm sorry you're feeling flirpy. But how long would it last once you're stricken?
24 hours.
24 hours. So
24 hours,
24
yeah.
hours.
24 hours. So the next day, we called it. We called it that day. Like, we're not going to do this. So the next day, 24 hours later, we're fine. 5 minutes into the next car ride, boom, off he goes again.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe you and I should work out some sort of signal so I could tell you if I'm about to go.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Something
idea.
subtle.
Yeah.
Like if I do this in the middle of the interview, if I start going,
yeah, that's fine. All right. That'll be good. Many guests do that who are not sick. Was it about a month ago or so you were at the White House Correspondents' Dinner? Now, what an honor.
that was a great night. It was a real honor.
It's the press corps, the White House press corps, is that what
Everybody
it is?
in the White House press corps, everybody was anybody in Washington and President Bush.
And the idea is we... And the idea is we roast the big shots.
Right. Yeah, you go up there and you do your material for the president. And I have to say, this year, they gave me a very respectful silence. You're a comedian. You know how great it is when you do like 20 minutes of material and they just get quiet and they listen. They don't want to miss a word. They like the first joke so much they say, shh, I don't want to miss any of the setup.
That's right, yeah. Did you get to meet President Bush?
He is so nice. He's such a charming guy. He was really nice to my mom. That's what I'll say.
Right.
Yeah.
And did he have any words for you?
Yeah, he had a word for me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. It spoke volumes.
You're like in now.
Yeah, he said, well, have some fun out there.
Yeah, have some fun out
Yeah.
there. And did they? Did anybody warn you about not being too hard on the president?
Some aides came up to me beforehand and said, "Are you gonna be nice?" I said, "I think so."
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad.
I had a wonderful time. And more importantly, my mom had a great time.
Yeah. How are?
It's very important for your mom.
Well, it's nice that you can do things for your family like that.
My whole family was there. Everybody in the family was there.
And how are things on the Colbert Report? Are we still calling it the Colbert Report? Or
Yeah, we have not found the pronunciation of that T yet. We don't know where we left it. It's good. It's good. We're on right now, actually. We're opposite you right now on another show. Yeah, exactly, on Comedy Central. And I'm actually telling my audience to watch this show
Thank
tonight.
you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Take all the help we can get for heaven's sake.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would do the same thing for me.
And what do we do on the Colbert Report?
Oh, on the Colbert Report, it's like a news satire show.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Daily Show is like a parody on the headline news. I'm more like Bill O'Reilly.
I see.
Yeah. I speak from the gut.
Right.
I'm not a fan of facts or books, Dave.
Books are elitist, Dave. Who's Britannica to tell me the Panama Canal was built in 1914?
Exactly.
If I want to say it was built in 1941, that's my right.
That's true.
I'm an American.
To be uninformed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie Strangers with Candy. Now, this, of course, was a television show that you were involved in.
Yeah, on Comedy
and
Central,
now a film and a labor of love because it's you and a lot of your friends who work together.
Yeah, it's a
including Amy
great
Sedaris.
movie.
Mm-hmm. And how do you know Amy Sedaris?
Amy and I were actually hired on the same day at Second City in Chicago, which is an improv theater. And we didn't work together actually for a few months. The first thing we ever did together was a show. We got hired to do a show for McDonald's Christmas party because the big headquarters of McDonald's are in the Midwest. And the first thing we did together was me, Amy, and Paul, who directed the film, we sang the McDonald's menu to a combination of Ode to Joy and the Hallelujah Chorus. So the only parts I remember are English muffin with some butter, biscuit with sausage and egg. Hamburger, cheeseburger, quarter pounder with cheese, Big Mac, fillet of fish, McDLT, McRib, Shamrock Shake for the holidays.
Tremendous. Just tremendous.
Thank you very much.
Excellent gig.
Yeah.
And were you invited back?
Sorry?
Were you invited back?
I was invited back to many of their restaurants. Anytime I wanted. They have a special drive-through window for me.
Yeah. So now, the movie Strangers with Candy, it's odd. Tell people what's so odd about it. It's fundamentally odd, isn't it?
Yes. It's deeply weird. It is, it's the story of a 46-year-old high school freshman named Jerry Blank.
Right.
And we came up with the name Jerry Blank because we couldn't think of what her last name would be, and we left it blank in the script.
And it seemed to work.
It seemed just ugly enough. And she's a 46-year-old high school freshman who she drops out of high school when she's 14, and she becomes a boozer, a user, and a loser. Mm-hmm. And then after she gets out of jail years later in a therapy session, somebody says, pick up your life where you left off. Exactly. And she takes it literally.
Right.
And she goes back, and she takes all the concerns of an ex-junkie, ex-prostitute, ex-con man, and goes back to high school.
Yeah, and she has newly been released from incarceration.
Yes, and this is a prequel to the series. She's just been released from the prison, and her father is in a grief-induced coma from when she ran away when she was 14. He's been in a coma for 32 years, and she's trying to prove that she's a good girl
to win him back
to win him out of his
coma.
consciousness.
Yes,
and the coma might win. We don't know.
What do you know we'll see here in the clip? Do you have an idea what it is?
I think this is the very first day that Jerry is back in high school at 46, and she comes into my classroom.
All right, here we go. Strangers with Candy. Very funny. How is Amy? She good? Have you seen her lately?
Amy's fantastic.
Good.
She's great.
The film Strangers with Candy opens New York City June 28th, and then after that, I guess, around the country. Is that
worldwide? Yeah.
There you go. Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
StePhen
COlbert, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Mark Cuban. Welcome back to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, do I have the information to have it correctly? March to Keep Fear Alive. That'll be the end of this month. What is the march? What's first of all, do you have a permit?
I do not. I didn't know you had to have one.
Well,
I thought it was like, no, this land is your land. This land is my land.
Right.
I want to hold a rally anywhere I want to.
Okay. But now, as I understand it, there may be some logistical problems that weekend. Do you know what I'm talking about?
But Jon Stewart is having a rally the same day.
Right. And the Marine Corps Marathon. Is that the same weekend?
Yeah, the Marine Corps Marathon is the next day, and they have all the porta potties.
Oh.
And they announced today that they're going to padlock them so my fans can't use them.
Really? Really?
Yes.
Oh, buddy, you're in trouble.
Yeah, evidently, if I join the Marines, they'll open them up again.
When people come down there to help keep fear, and by the way, what's the point of keeping fear alive?
Fear is useful. Well, first of all, I'm doing my rally to try to stop Jon Stewart from succeeding with his rally.
I see.
Which is the rally to restore sanity, which I think is crazy. You can't. How do you get together? How do you rally? How do you rally for moderation?
Exactly.
You know, people are going to get together and not raise their voices?
No, I think you have an excellent point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're one of a select few who do.
Yes. Now, when people come down by the thousands,
the truckload, some of them are being choppered in.
What would one expect when they show up at the rally?
I'd like everybody to come. They can participate in the rally right away by wearing costumes. It is Halloween weekend. And so I want people to come in costumes as the thing I have told them to fear. You know, immigrants being one of them.
I see.
Big thing to fear right now in the election year. And I don't mean just like people coming over the southern border. I mean, any Canadians? I know Paul. Paul?
Certainly fearsome,
you used to be or are still Canadian?
Fear me. I am still Canadian and I am an American.
Dual citizenship.
How terrifying would it be to see 100,000 people looking like that?
Hey. Oh, I suppose you do have a point.
100,000.
Oh, that's just people looking like that. I see in the mid billions for my rally.
No, really. What are the? Now, first of all, I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving. Halloween.
I didn't know it was Halloween weekend.
You got the marathon. You got Halloween. You've got your rally. You've got Jon Stewart's rally. It seems like everything is working against you here.
We're working for me, Dave.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think what we could do in the next day, these people who come to keep fear alive the next day, they and their children could go door to door to help spread the message of fear on the 31st.
Now, will you...
And perhaps threaten people with tricks if they're not given some sort of sugary treat.
Sugary treats.
And it can catch on. It could happen every year after that.
Now, will you be making an appearance at the Jon Stewart function?
I might try to disrupt Jon Stewart's
function. Right.
No, he might. I might just. If I can't find a place to do my rally, because I know he's chosen the mall between the Washington Monument and the Capitol.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I wanted.
Did he get a permit?
I didn't. He got one. I didn't get one.
Oh, you didn't get one?
No.
Well,
he's a teacher's pet, of course. I might do what you do in college. If you've got like a roommate you don't like, you just build a loft over their side of the room. I might just build an 8-foot loft over the entire mall and have my rally on top.
Wow. Well, you truly are delusional.
Yes.
Now, speaking of Washington, you'll be making a return trip down there. You testified. What was the committee you testified in front of?
I testified before, I'm going to get this right, the House Subcommittee on Immigration and Naturalization. I think that's what it was.
Now, can anybody with a TV show go down and testify?
Evidently, because I had very little other qualifications. I was invited by Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren.
From California?
California, exactly.
Do you know this woman?
I met her. I met her working the fields.
Where did you guys work the fields?
In upstate New York. I picked beans and I packed corn for almost a day. Before I was asked to leave.
Now, by the way, how did that happen?
I was invited by the United Farm Workers Union. They had a program called Take Our Jobs, Please, to say that there are a lot of unemployed Americans, it's a terrible time in the economy. There's always some good farm jobs. There aren't enough farm workers. Come take our jobs. And I think I was, of the 3 million people who inquired, I think I was the 4th person to say yes.
So you spent the day doing the job?
Doing that. And they asked me, based on my vast experience of almost a day working in the fields, would I testify?
Right. Now, I've never testified in front of is it a committee or a subcommittee?
It's a subcommittee. I was called to testify before a subcommittee.
Now, what's the difference between a committee and a subcommittee?
I think the committee has better bathrooms. They like the executive washrooms. I don't know.
I think
don't
you're
really
right.
know how it works.
No, I think that's something Jefferson put in place.
If you ever get a chance to testify, absolutely say yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
It's much better to go voluntarily than when.
Well, yes, I don't want any subpoena activity, but it must have been terribly intimidating, wasn't it?
Well, here's the thing, and I've probably seen this on TV. You're in a low chair over here with your little table and your glass of water.
Well, here,
and
Stephen, we have this photo right there. Yeah.
I was when I saw what it looked like in that room, I was completely ready to tell them I'm on steroids.
See, that's what it must be intimidating.
Yeah, it really is. No, you're really low, and they're on the other side of the room, and they're on these big high risers. It's like,
you know anything about this guy?
That is one of my writers, Opus Moreski.
Oh, well,
yeah.
He shouldn't be allowed back.
No, he shouldn't. But they're all up on these high stands up there talking to you. It's like testifying before like a panel of pharmacists.
Yeah. Well, well, I would. Now, was there after your presentation, was there a question and answer period?
I did not stay for it.
Oh, there was a period.
Well, right afterwards from the Congress. I thought you meant from the press.
No.
I thought
right
maybe
after,
I should just go home.
No, no, right after your presentation in the room.
They asked you questions.
And what kind of stuff did they ask you?
Why are you here?
Yeah. And
I essentially said, ask her.
Yeah.
Because
Right. Now, have you heard from the Congresswoman?
Not so much. Not yet.
Really?
Not yet. But I hope she had a good time, because it was an honor. I had an amazing time.
That was a big deal. I mean, it was
super
a huge
big deal.
Thing. Yes,
If Congress asks you to testify, how do you say no?
And
I said, I'm going to go down there, and I'm happy to bring attention to this issue if you think that would help in some way. But I'm going to do it the way I do it, because there's no other reason for me to go.
Absolutely.
And she goes, that's great. That's what I want. And I said, now, you don't think that there's any chance that people are going to go, I don't know, ape? And she goes, no, absolutely not. And I went, well, you know.
Yeah, she would know.
You know I don't know.
Yeah.
I said, well, then yeah, I would be honored to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And did it turn out that people, in fact, went to April?
I have heard there has been a reaction, but I don't ever read like the positive or negative, because that's a dangerous road to go down. I still haven't read like reactions to the Correspondents' Dinner I did like 4 years ago, because it's a double-edged sword.
I think everything's fine. I think everything's fine.
Oh, good, because I can't stand negative things.
No, I'm here to tell you I think everything's just fine.
Good.
And we're looking for a big turnout for the rally. It's a march to keep fear alive.
Yes.
Bordering right there, right on the edge of paranoia. That's where you want them, right?
Yes, the price of liberty is vigilance and paranoia.
That's right. It's October 30th down in Washington, D.C. Stephen Colbert, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dave.
God bless you, my friend. There you are. We'll be right back with Johnny Knoxville.
Hello, Governor.
Nice to see you.
Hello, Governor.
Yes, hello.
Spare a tuppence for a poor London
I have
man.
a tuppence for you. Yes, I do.
I lost my job at the pudding factory.
That's right.
And my ma's got the rickets. I need some black pudding and a pickled kidney.
Okay, we'll take care of all of that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dave, it's actually me.
Oh, I had no idea.
Stephen Colbert. Yeah.
Let me guess, community theater?
Yes, it's my Christmas special. Stephen Colbert ruins your holidays. Do you think Ian McKellen got down here a little early? Did you, Dave?
No, I wasn't sure. But now you and Ian McKellen have something in common.
Yeah, we're both in The Hobbit.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are. We're both in The Hobbit.
No, I know.
I'm kind of the breakout star of The Hobbit, Dave. I don't want to tell anybody where I am, but I'm in it. I'm in this next one coming up.
And you can prove it?
Check IMDb. I'm in there. It says Stephen Colbert is in the movie. And if it's on the internet, Dave, it's true.
What? Well, you're right about that.
Thank you very much.
What part and how?
Evidently, I and my wife and my two boys were invited down to New Zealand to play around with the folks in The Hobbit
by Peter Jackson. We went down there, and we're in a scene in Lake Town. I don't want to say like where in the movie. I'd say it's kind of a Where's Waldo? Okay, a little bit of Where's Waldo. But I was hoping I was going to be an elf because I already have one pointed ear.
Really? I've never noticed.
Yeah,
that.
look at this. Well, once I show you this, you can never unsee it. Look at that. Just look right over there. See? See one right there?
Oh, be darned.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an anomaly, isn't it?
Yeah. Am I hideous to you now, Dave?
The fact that you're not wearing socks, that comes close.
That is called character development. I'm hoping for socks or at least lotion for Christmas.
So tell me about your trip to New Zealand. I've always wanted to go. And by the way, I've been invited. A guy came up to me at a thing once and he said, I'm the assistant so-and-so. Please come to New Zealand. We'll take care of everything.
That sounds really shady.
Well,
hey, a guy came up to me and said, I'm an assistant someplace.
Yeah, right.
Come to this place and bring no one with you.
No, he said,
bring your wallet and wear something loose.
Bring your family. We'll do everything. And I said, great, because
you've got to go.
Well, I
it
never
is
heard
possibly next to America the greatest country on earth.
I would love to see New Zealand.
It is the size of New Zealand together is the size of like the island of England, with Scotland and Wales there, but there are only 4 million people on it.
Right.
There's 6 million New Zealanders, but 2 million of them are off the island at any one point.
And geographically, topographically, a wonderland.
They've got everything in the world. They've got mountains. They've got valleys. The land is so raw. Volcanoes. You feel like when you go, there's a deep feeling that if I moved here, if I just stayed, I would be a man. It feels very raw. Yeah. Everyone flies helicopters because there are no roads.
Really?
Yes. And for like a high school job, instead of like bagging groceries, young men jump out of helicopters onto running deer and wrestle them to the ground. That's a true story.
That's not a true story.
It is a true story.
That's not a true story.
I was told that multiple times by different people in New Zealand.
That's not a true story.
Then
That's like celery. That's like a piece of celery.
Christmas is coming.
Okay,
the goose is getting fat.
Now,
Please to put a penny in an old man's hand.
That's good. So, what did your kids do when they were there in New Zealand?
New Zealand is the adventure capital of the world. You can do it. We went paragliding off of mountains.
Oh my God, was that great?
It was fantastic. It happens too quickly for you to be terrified. But my 9-year-old went bungee jumping, which is, of course, illegal for a 9-year-old to do.
But no, who makes the decision?
Not his mother.
Yeah.
His mother said, "I'm going to go shopping today, and you tell me later whether this happened." And we went to the place, to the cliff.
The kid really wanted to do it.
He wanted to do it. His older brother, not so much, and me, not so much. But my 9-year-old John, he went out on the little cliff there, and they have a little video of him, and they said, "Is there anything you want to say before you jump off?"
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God.
And he said, "Only that I have no regrets." And then...
Wow.
Fantastic.
How far is the drop?
Like 185 feet or something like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And you watched your son just drop into the ravine.
I didn't say I watched.
Yeah.
I paid for him to have the chance to terrify me.
What was it like for him? Did he love it?
He loved it. He loved it. It was pure joy for him.
So this is the path he is now.
He's a dangerous child.
Whoa,
child.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
My older son, he rock climbs. So he'll climb mountains, but then he won't jump off the top. He's I'll hang 300 feet off, but I'll cling like a spider.
So he's serious about climbing mountains then.
He climbs all the time. Yeah.
Well, good for you. This is a fantastic family.
Yeah, I'm trying to make up for my adolescent bookishness with my children's adventure.
Well, I know that you lead a pretty adventurous life on your own with your sailing activities and all of that.
Sure.
And it took a lot of courage to come out here like this. All right, stop it.
If you have no penny, a halfpenny will do. If you have no halfpenny, then go.
All right, stop it, stop it. Now, did you meet the Pope? You were going to go to Rome. What have you done now?
I don't know, Dave.
Yeah. You can't have anything nice. So you went to Rome, but you didn't meet the Pope. You did or did not meet the Pope?
I did not meet the Pope. I offered him a chance to meet me.
This is the new Pope?
The new Pope, Pope Francis, and I know everybody likes him, and I'm a Catholic, and I teach Sunday school upon occasion, so I got to watch my P's and Q's, but I don't like him.
You don't like the new Pope?
I don't like the new Pope.
Because he wouldn't meet you.
Well, that and he's not as doctrinaire as I would hope. He's not into judgment, that sort of thing. He said, he was asked, he said, should, like, what do you think about gay people? He goes, who am I to judge? I'm like, you're the Pope to judge.
Right.
Read your contract. Yeah, absolutely.
So you say he's not really doing the job, then, is what your objection
Not
is.
really. He's infallible, but he gets a few things wrong.
Wow. A whole different view on the Pope.
Yeah. He also said that atheists can be redeemed.
You don't want
What?
that?
No, I'm a Catholic because I can be redeemed.
Right.
It's like the Admirals Club of Christianity, you know? If atheists can be redeemed, who's next? Lutherans? It's madness. It's madness, Dave.
You've done the heavy lifting.
Merry Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the delightful, the sockless StePhen COlbert. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you for changing your schedule for us. Appreciate that.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back here with Ian McKellen. Everybody. You look good.
Thank you.
You look right at home.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much. You look good, too.
I feel good. How has your life been the last week or so?
It's fine. Yours?
Well, it certainly was exciting. I've had a lot of fun, a lot of interesting moments in my life the last couple of weeks.
Did you play any Frisbee with the dog?
Yeah, I did. Well, I'm telling you something. Do you have a dog?
I do, yeah.
Well, I got one of those dogs. All he wants in life is Frisbee. Frisbee activity, morning, noon, and night. He loves it more than life itself.
Should I get one of those for this show?
Well,
because I'm gonna do whatever you have done.
Oh no!
I'm gonna do whatever you have done.
No,
here.
you don't want to do that. No, you're.
Really? No.
No.
It seems to have gone pretty well, Dave.
It's gone on.
Well, I obviously I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Not to be taking over
thrilled
for
as
you.
well because in a situation like this, Paul and I have been doing this for a long, long time, and they could have just as easily hired another boob like me, but they didn't. They hire a guy.
They hired a boob like me.
No.
Every boob is like a snowflake, Dave. We're all unique in our own way.
But it's interesting because I was looking at the notes this afternoon that you actually got a job or were an intern or tried to get a job here at one point.
No, I did not actually try to be an intern here. I was accepted as an intern here. Here's what happened: is in 1986, my girlfriend in college got an appointment to interview for an internship at the old show over at NBC.
What became of her?
You'll see. It's part of the story. She came here for the internship, and she was in the room getting the interview, and I'm just waiting in the hallway like a boob. And the person in the next door opens up and says, "Are you the next guy for the thing?" And I said, "No, my friend's in there." And they said, "Well, do you want to just come talk?" And I said, "Okay." We had a 15-minute conversation. I got the internship. She did not. Yeah, that's what she said. And the relationship did not last.
Oh my!
Yeah, and then I did the foolish thing. I did not take the internship.
And why was that?
Because you did not pay people.
It doesn't sound foolish
It's
to
an
me.
expensive city.
Yeah.
It's an expensive. Dave, I got to ask, the next job I'm taking here, that pays, right?
I have nothing to do with that.
Because I already signed.
But you get the valuable college credit. You could have had that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with StePhen COlbert. Now, I like to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have a family. You have a family,
I do.
and because I don't know what I'm doing with regard to parenthood
Yeah.
and a family,
Yeah.
I like to compare my family activities with your family activities. And the last
Right.
time you were on, you and the whole family had gone bungee jumping. Now I know it wasn't
In New
the whole-
Zealand, yeah.
but it was just your
Yeah.
son and your wife went
We
shopping.
all had the opportunity. Only my 9-year-old jumped off a
That's
cliff.
right. But the part that I like is your wife went shopping. She said,
Yes.
"Oh,
Let
yeah."
me know how it goes.
Yeah.
Do a head count at the end of the day.
I'll be at the mall.
Yes.
What is the family doing now? Anything recent? Anything new? Anything coming up that we should know about?
They're getting ready for me to hang around too much. Because I've got my show for the rest of the year, and then there's, I don't know, when are you leaving? I don't know. I should have asked. Because the thing is, they get nervous.
Yeah.
I think they like me, but they
Sure.
get nervous when I'm around too much.
What's it worth to you, Steve?
I've played around with the idea of like, hey, maybe I would like stop doing my show at some point. Would it be great if Dad was hanging around more?
Oh yeah, I've had that conversation.
Yeah, to which my kids go, Dad, we're really busy. We've got busy schedules. We've got school. We've got track. We've got everything. We're not going to bake bread with you. So we don't have anything big coming up right now.
Now I know you've taken these incredible ocean races, sort of thing, which is not strictly speaking a vacation, but they're adventures.
No, they're dangerous.
Yes.
They're manly vacations.
Are you a guy who vacates well? Do you relax?
No, I do not. The thing is, I don't know why you do comedy, but it's not because everything's all right up here for me. And I don't, it's not a normal thing to do with your life.
Right.
And, it's more dangerous than bungee jumping, deciding to do this for a living. And, but I don't have the constitution for hardcore alcoholism. And so I have to tell jokes all the time,
Right.
or I go a little insane.
Have you
I had
tried-
last week off, and it didn't go well.
Have you tried the alcoholism at all? Have you
I
given
get
it a
sleepy. I get
You a little
sleepy.
sleepy and doze right off.
If I had more muscle mass or something like that, I might be able to process the
Now,
vodka.
I remember
Yeah.
a few years ago, you actually were physically injured doing your show. You busted a wrist or something.
I broke my wrist.
What was that exactly?
I was coming out. I was tired. It was after a long run, and I had brand new shoes. I have rubber on the bottom of my shoes now. I used to have nice leather bottoms to my shoes because I came out and ran around slapping the audience's hands before the show started, get all excited, get everybody all jacked up, and hey, it's showtime. Dad's here.
We don't do that. I don't do that here.
You don't jack people
I
up?
don't do that. No.
Should I not?
It's all yours.
Should I stop?
No.
Should I stop?
If you've invested in the shoes, keep doing it.
I've already got the rubber.
You got the rubber.
No,
sold.
I want ass over tea kettle backwards and landed on my wrist.
Yeah.
And then it was the night before my vacation, a 2-week vacation, and I was positive I had broken my wrist.
Yeah.
And I didn't want a cast, so I didn't go to the doctor for 2 weeks. And then finally got a cast. Didn't work out well.
So you walked around on vacation with the family with a busted wrist.
I built a boat with a busted wrist. I've showed you pictures of the boat I built. I built that with a broken wrist, because that's what I bring to comedy. I bring grit,
I mean, honest to God.
stick-to-itiveness.
I built a boat with a busted wrist, the Stephen Colbert story. I mean,
Soon to be on Broadway.
No. Times bestseller.
Wrist.
Yeah. Do you have your phone ready to go?
Oh, hell yeah, at all times. You and me, of course.
Sure.
Can we do a selfie?
Is this still what people do?
No, this is actually very retro now. Can we do one? I love
would
it.
love to do it.
Right? Okay. There it is! Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now you have a writing sample that you submitted to the show?
I did. That's the other brush with greatness I had with you, Dave. In 1986, I applied to be an intern, didn't take the job. In 1997, you guys were looking for writers.
Right.
And I was gainfully unemployed. I was unemployed at a professional level. And my writing partner and I, Paul Dinello, we submitted a packet to you guys. And
I know Paul Dinello.
You know Paul, yeah, you know Paul. He's a great guy. Still works on my show. And y'all didn't call for like 4 months. And by the time
That's
you didn't,
not right.
I know. now I know why. Because you're like, are there writers starving in the streets out there? And when you finally called, we had already been picked up for Strangers with Candy, the series.
That's right. You're doing your own thing.
Yeah. So when you called to come meet us, because we heard we like you, we want to meet you, we couldn't take the job.
Right,
so
let's hear what you have.
But in anticipation of coming on, I found the top 10 list that we submitted.
Well, you put it on your own blue card.
I brought my own blue cards because come on,
guys,
Dave.
come prepared.
Come on. Okay, all right. So we submitted this 17 years ago to your show, and we found it yesterday.
All right, what's the topic?
Okay, it's people usually leave milk and cookies for Santa, but because we submitted it around Christmas time. Milk and cookie for Santas, but he's an adult male. It's a stressful job. He might want a cocktail. So these are the top 10 cocktails for Santa.
Top 10 cocktails from Santa. Okay, go ahead, Paul.
Okay.
Wait, he didn't get that yet.
What? I'll never get it. What are you talking about? Never get it
He
yet.
doesn't have the job yet. What are you doing over there? Good heavens. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Thanks a lot, Dave. Make him feel at home.
Okay, this is top 10 cocktails for Santa.
Anton, you can get in on this.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Top 10 cocktails for Santa. Okay, number 10, the Rusty Blitzen. It's 1 ounce of scotch, 1 ounce of Drambuie, twist of venison.
Twist of venison.
Number 9, Mama said nog you out. 3 fingers of eggnog, 1 finger of ether. Parumpa Pump Rum, open can of fruit cocktail, add 2 ounces of rum, enjoy responsibly. Vodka Giblet, 1 part vodka, any part turkey organ. I don't think you would have hired me at this point. Again, 17 years ago. Number 6, Scrooge driver, grain alcohol, and regret.
That's all right. I like that.
Number 5, no room at the gin. Chill martini glass filled with gin until there is no room for anything else. Number 4, on Comet, on Cupid, on Dasher wine spritzer. Number 3, king of the juice. Any available juice, any available liquor, wedge of matzah. Number 2, Jack Frost, equal parts Jack Daniels and Snow, seasonal. And the number 1 cocktail for Santa, Silent Night Train.
I like the fact that you explained all of them. All of the jokes have been explained.
You don't explain your jokes,
we
Dave?
gave up on that back in '97. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. It's the new kid. And you can see him now currently on the COlbert Report, Mondays through Thursdays. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you,
Good
Dave.
luck to you and your family. Good luck with the show.
Thank you, Dave.
We'll be right back with Robin Roberts, everybody.